Hey guys, quick video just in case you weren't in class today or you need to catch up on how to create your own battle cube. So here's a picture of my battle cube with my different characters and their different power levels. I won't go too much into explaining how the game actually works, but I will explain how to create the cube. So what you're going to need to do first of all will be to go into Teams, and you need to do this on the remote desktop side of your computer. So log on to the remote desktop, and then you're going to go into Teams and you're going to download this RDL file here and open it up in RDWorks. So it won't look like that. That's my finished one that when I was ready to cut. So I'll quickly shut that down. And I'll open up what it does look like. So when you download your file, it's going to look a lot like that one there. Open. Here we go. Okay, so this is the blank template to help speed things up with you guys when you're cutting your battle cubes. You'll note that there's 6 different sides to the cube. There's text already on this sheet. The other thing that's on the sheet is we've got some outlines in green, which is our standard cut layer when you're using the laser at school, but I've turned the output to no. So if I double click on this, I can actually turn the output to yes or no, and if I put it onto no, all it does is it says that that's where your shape's going to be, but I'm not going to actually do any actions for you. So I'm not going to cut, I'm not going to scan, but we can use it to position the laser. So with that, what's going to happen is you've got there'll be a template that looks exactly like this. You'll need to load it up with pre-cut acrylic, and then you'll need to place it into the laser. It's very important that you keep the colours in the correct order, because you'll notice on RDWorks, when I click on this one up here, the maker, so M is for maker, is Kev and the power is 6. We then work our way down, and we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 down the bottom there. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to double click on this, and you'll change the maker to whoever you are, so it might be Bill, but you will not be changing the power, so you keep the power the same. And then that changes. That defaulted to black. I'm going to need to click on it and change it back to blue. I've got the power set up here for 25%, and a scan speed of 250 millimeters a second. This is the settings we would be using on the small laser in the junior workshop. If you're going to be cutting this out and for whatever reason your class is being positioned in the senior workshop, you're going to need to refer to the poster on the wall, and the settings will be different and you'll need to change that. You can add a description if you need. So if I go back here, there's the image I used, and I've called it a angry hamster, and it's my power number 4 player. So you don't have to give a description, but you might want to, so that your character makes more sense to your friends or whoever you're playing with and end up trading with. Definitely need to tell everyone who the maker is of this character, because the game does rely a lot on trading with players, and it would be really cool to know the origin of the creator for the angry hamster. So going back to RDWorks, after you've done the description, you've changed your name, you're going to need to insert an image. I'm not going to talk about how to do that in this video, but I have got a link on Teams here for another video that I've created. You'll be able to watch that. Only goes for 4 minutes. Super simple. I've only ran this in one class so far, and we have found that you do need to keep, because the size of the cube is only 50 by 50, you need to keep your images quite simple, and I highly recommend using the line drawing tool or the decal in your search. All of that will become clear once you watch this video. So once you've inserted your image and you've got the correct values, you're then going to save your file, and you'll be emailing it to unityidt@bne.catholic.edu, and that email will get sent directly to the laser laptops. And in your subject line, you need to have your class, so 9.1 or 9E, whatever, and your name. I would recommend that you save this file as your name as well. When we go over to print, I'll be looking to see that you have the correct values in here for a scan. Once you add an image in, things will change here and you'll get a BMP come up. I'm looking for the correct values there as well, and the correct layout here. But yeah, once you're good to go, check with a friend before you email it to the laptop. If I start getting emails there and no one's even bothered to put in the correct values, I'm not going to bother printing them. I'll just simply delete that email and you can try again. One other important thing to note is, click on here, change the text, but don't move it. If I was to move that text, I'll change the size, but if I was to move it over here, what would happen is when I come back to here, instead of the laser scanning it onto the actual acrylic card, it's going to scan it onto my template, and you won't have your image in the correct place. So the reason we're using this template that I've sent is so that you get your text in the correct area. So don't move any of this, just add your image into it. Don't move the outline of the shape, just add your image inside of that shape. I think that's about it, guys. So it's not really that difficult at all, it's just a fun little exercise, but you do need to double check your settings before you email to me, otherwise I will delete the file, because we've got a lot to print and you need to get it right first time.